YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with instant analysis. Today we're going to talk about how the Rockets was able to beat the New York Knicks. The Rockets improved to 4-3 record wise, and the Knicks fall to 3-3, and they won 109-97. And on top of that, the Rockets started off really, really good, 31-26 in points in the first quarter. They still made it 30-30 in the second quarter. The Rockets continue with the lead extending in a 20-19 third quarter, and the Rockets even won the fourth quarter 28-22. And they really played well. But the Knicks, this is a conversation that we have to have because they look like a team that's really not great at too many things. They just look like a top six team in the NBA for the Eastern Conference, not really a championship contender because they rely heavily on their starters and don't really have nothing else after that. And Mikal Bridges had 15 points. He was negative 21 and plus minus, four turnovers, one steal. He only had three rebounds. One was offensive out of that. 0-1 from the free throw line. He was 3 of 8 from the 3-point line. He was 6 of 14 from the field. He got some open threes. He made some. He missed some. I thought he had good looks. I also felt like he tried to find other ways to score, but just didn't work out for him for basically majority of the game. But he did score and chip in when he could. OG was still hitting that step back three, and he was hitting that corner three real well tonight. 5 of 6 from the 3-point line, 7 of 14 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have 6 rebounds. One was offensive, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 2 personal fouls, negative 5 and plus minus, 21 points. I really like what I seen out of OG. He played 40 minutes. He played hard throughout that game and throughout a lot of other games. He's really showing you that he's going to get that 15 to 20, and that's what you need him to get. But now I think he needs to do more because if guys are not going to really come in and produce or score at a high level or at an efficient level, then somebody's going to have to step up in that starting lineup. In Towns, he didn't score as well as you thought that he would. He did get a lot of tip-in opportunities, but he was missing them and going back up, a.k.a. Moses Malone type of style. But it helped him rebound the ball better. It just didn't help him score better. And it also helped him get set defense on the other side because of those attempts at trying to get the ball to go in. 17 points, negative 26 in plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 block. He had 19 rebounds and 9 of them was offensive. He was 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 0 or 2 from 3. He was 7 of 17 from the field. And you would just like him to continue to be aggressive because he is probably their best player at this point outside of Jalen Brunson, which we probably knew just based off offensive ability. But Jalen Brunson carried his load and his weight tonight. He had 29 points, negative 8 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal. He did have 8 assists too, 3 rebounds. One was offensive. He was 9 and 9 from the free throw line. He was 2 of 4 from 3 and 9 of 24 from the field. Like when you have a guy this slow and this mobile type of guy that can get close to the rim or close enough to where he can either make a layup, a floor, or a pull up jump shot, he's very tough because he continues to pressure the defense and continues to dribble his way into those shots or to get close to the shots that he wants. And he's knocking them down, but he's not really as efficient as he needs to be on those close range shots. But I like that he is passing a little bit more this year, and I like the fact that he still can score even if it's getting to the free throw line. He has very good footwork and very good patience to get to the shots that he wants for the most part. And Josh Hart had 12 points, negative 20, and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 or 4 from the free throw line, 0 or 2 from 3, 4 or 9 from the field. He just reminds me of a shorter Mikal and OG. They play the same type of style. They lanky, they're long. They have the ability to knock down shots. They have the ability to finish off plays. They're just not great individual creators or scorers, and they're not dependable because of that. They're solid defensively. They haven't been the defensive team that we thought that they would be, especially on the perimeter. But like I've been saying, it's tough to guard players nowadays. Even Fran VanVleet was tearing them up and lighting them up for the most part, even though his shot selection wasn't the greatest. It just, you got to live with being, one of the people that just plays hard, tries hard, and try to force them into tough shots and live with the result is all you can really do. Sims, he was a guy that played 16 minutes. He had 4 rebounds when it was offensive, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, plus 14 and plus minus 0 points. McBride was 0 of 9. They really needed him to score more tonight. Off the bench, he played 26 minutes and couldn't even make a shot. There was 0 of 5 from 3, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 personal fouls, plus 10 and plus minus, and Kolick 3 points, -4 and plus minus, 101 from the 3 point line, 101 from the field. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decision. He rolled with his starters and they did deliver enough, but it's just tough to win games when your bench doesn't really give you anything, even if they play double figure minutes. 34 of 88, 38% from the field, 11 of 28, 39% from three, 18 of 21, 85% from the free throw line. They did have 39 rebounds, 20 assists, 6 steals, 4 blocks, 10 turnovers, and 18 personal fouls as a team. And it was only able to muster up 97 points, scoring underneath 100. And then you look at the Houston Rockets, 7 points for Jabari Smith Jr., -1 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 assist, 6 rebounds. He did was shoot 1 of 5 from three and 3 of 8 from the field. Brooks, 13 points, +9 and plus minus, 5 personal fouls, 3 rebounds. Two of them was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 5 from three, 4 of 9 from the field. He scored timely, and that's what you need him to do, even though he did get in foul trouble. Alperen Şengün was the guy that they went to in the fourth quarter. He was able to get some easy opportunities and some high percentage shots, even if he had to create off the dribble. He shot 11 of 15 from the field and 0 of 3 from the 3 point line, but he did get to the free throw line. He was perfect, 3 of 3. He had 14 rebounds and 25 points. Two of those was offensive rebounds out of that. 5 assists, 4 blocks, 4 turnovers, and 2 personal fouls, and plus 14 and plus minus. Freddie Van Fleet was 8 of 13 from the field, 1 of 5 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, one was offensive, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, plus 12 and plus minus 19 points. And Green, 5 of 16 from the field, 2 of 8 from three, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, plus 14 and plus minus 15 points. Eason, 7 points, +9 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 1 assist, 5 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 2 from three, 3 of 7 from the field. Thompson was really killing them with the Euro step. It was just a move that they knew was coming and they just couldn't stop it. But he also did have 9 rebounds and one was offensive. He had 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 personal fouls. He was +11 and plus minus 12 points, 5 of 8 from the field. Adams was 4 points, -6 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 of them offensive, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from the field. And Shepard, 7 points, -2 and plus minus, 2 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the 3 point line, 3 of 8 from the field. The rest of the guys did not play because of the coach's decision. They did shoot 43 of 88 as a team. That's 48%. 8 of 33. That's 24% from three. And it was 15 of 18, 83% from the free throw line. They did have 50 rebounds, which is a double figure difference compared to the Knicks. 21 assists, 4 steals, 6 blocks, 10 turnovers, and 20 personal fouls, which was high for them. But they still was able to find a way to get a double figure lead by the time the game was almost over. And then it actually ended in their favor because they just played better basketball and they was able to make more shots and they was able to get better shots in the fourth quarter that was finishable for them. And the Knicks had opportunities, they had chances. The ball just didn't fall the way that it needed to for them offensively, and they just didn't defend, as well as you need them to. They don't play desperate. They just play nonchalant a little bit. But I think the Knicks need to up the intensity a little bit when they come to playing defense and offensively, because this team, even though they make some decent shots and they are a better team than they were last year, talent wise, this team seems the same. Like they just have a bunch of guys that's trying to do something minimalistic or simplistic and nothing else. And then they rely on Jalen Brunson to carry them offensively, even if it's scoring the ball. And then they just rely on Towns to be a guy that might show up this game, might be decent the next game, it might be dominant another game, which isn't a recipe for success in the NBA, because you need your guys to be the best that they can be each and every night. And this team, you just don't know what they're going to be on both ends of the court, and that just can't happen. I understand that they're just finding their identity. They're just learning how to play with each other. They're just trying to figure out how to win with each other, and they still got a record where it can always turn in their favor, and they can get better as the season continues to go on, which it honestly should if we look at this team the way we look at them. But I will also say, like, this team has been a disappointment. They haven't been the team that people made them out to be and made what they seen coming with the trade be what they were going to be. I didn't think they was going to be better than the Celtics. I didn't think they was going to have a crazy record, but I thought that they would be a lot better and a lot better defensively, especially. And I thought that was going to create opportunities for them offensively, so they just didn't have to be a stagnated team offensively. But they haven't been lockdown defenders. They haven't been those type of guys that you fear or you get put in a straight jacket defensively. They've been guys that you can score on, and they it's crazy saying that because we look at these guys as some of the best defenders in the league because of their resume, and that's what it shows, and that's what it's about. Especially when they also don't try too hard offensively to score, they should have enough energy on the defensive end to be difference makers, and they just ain't what we thought. I'm not saying they terrible defensively. I mean, even the Rockets scored 109 points on them, and it didn't look that difficult most of the game. They was winning majority of this game, like I told you in the beginning of the video. And I look at it like, man, it's crazy that the Knicks made all these trades just to still be just a playoff team, and things can still go your way in the playoffs. You still just have to take advantage of them and be ready for any matchup. And I think this team matches up well against other teams, but they just can't put the ball in the basket enough to me to feel that they're a legit contender right now, especially because their bench is still lacking in offense and lacking in pop appeal. And they just can't just shake out of that funk sometimes. Sometimes Jalen Brunson got to just be even more selfish because he's passing to guys that can't really rely on to knock down shots sometimes outside of Towns. And Towns hasn't been getting the ball enough to where you think he is going to dominate. He just picking his spots when he wants to shoot and when he wants to score, and he's spending a lot of time using screens to get these other guys open, and they're not really knocking down shots crazy. Now they did knock them down better tonight, but like I said, defensively they're not the team that we thought they would be, and it's unfortunate because they was a team that we were looking forward to see, based off all these acquisitions, but it just didn't happen. This team probably is what they are at this point because there's almost a 10 game sample size, and it only can get more better if they just play better offensively too and take it up another step defensively, which I gotta see. I haven't seen it in preseason. I haven't seen it in the regular season, so I'm looking at it like, this is gonna be a team that's just gonna be 3 or 4 or 5, maybe get number two if they stay healthy enough. And will that make that much of a difference? I think they match up just as good as any other team in the East, which means they can lose in the first or second round. And if it happens, I really wouldn't be surprised because I don't really see them right now based off how they're playing this season and in preseason. I don't really see them as an alpha male or alpha team in the Eastern Conference based off that. So it's interesting, and it is cool to keep check on this team and keep a watchful eye on this team because they have been so talked up and so respected without accomplishing much this season. Because even if you look at their record, it's definitely not what you expect, 3-3. So they was getting a lot of premature credit when they didn't even have a chance to back it up yet. And now we get to see what they really are, and it's kind of a disappointment right now. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I do NBA content only. And if you like basketball, most people do enjoy and love this channel. And I think you will too if you're new and watching for the first time. I do breakdowns also of legends, regular players, superstar players, rookies throughout the season. So give you some different type of styles that you may like is what I usually do. And if you've been a fan of the channel, stay subscribed, stay enjoying that content, stay watching, stay checking in throughout the day, throughout the weeks, throughout the months, throughout the years, because I upload a lot. So keep that in mind to keep checking if you get busy or something comes up to say, well, let me check out what my guy Quinn got going on tonight or throughout the day, because trades and free agent signings happen. And I try to update as much as I can because people really love hearing what I got to think about the game of basketball. And I really love and appreciate that. Y'all love watching. Y'all love hearing it. I love making it. And that's the win-win of why this channel is so successful. And let's continue to get it more successful as the year continues to close out and another one getting ready to start in 2025, and we'll be having a new champion, is what people are saying. I think it's just going to be a repeat in my Celtics. They doing they thing. They're doing a jam thing right now, and these other teams are not looking as powerful, not looking as strong, not looking as dominant, and not looking as good. Let's just be honest, as the Celtics has been, and the Cavaliers have been, and the Thunder have been, and I think that's the big three right now. But this team was supposed to be one of those teams, and I don't even have them in my top five right now. And that's probably the surprising thing of this year outside of the Bucks. But that's another story for another day, and I'm gonna wrap this one up. Hopefully, see you guys later today with more analysis.